Mortal Vibes, vintage guitars, fine beverages, guitar, spirits, espresso. Interesting. This is Municipal Brew Works. So this used to be an old, of course, municipal building. They turned this into a brewery. So you got the double doors there that open up. And you got seating out here, and their brew is pretty good actually. I've had it quite a few times. I think one of them just won an award, like something like Appropriate Blonde or something. It's their lighter beer, Approachable Blonde. So here's the studio apartments, Markham Park. So if you lived in those apartments, you could just enjoy the park here. Got the fountain, and you got the Great Miami River back there. This trail right here, I have a video where I rode this trail all the way down to what they call Joyce Park. It's like almost 8 miles, and this trail, this path, goes right along this Great Miami River all the way down. So you got a lot of obvious cyclists that use this. A young lady left a comment on one of my videos when I did the city of Hamilton tour. Somebody was doing the paint job, like repainting, I don't know where, unless it was up there, but somebody was, either a relative or a friend was painting the building. Talk about a job. There's the pinball garage. They got a bar in there, and they have some foods in there, but it's just a big pinball game room type place called Pinball Garage. They got seating back here. You can see more inside there. This was seen on Shark Tank. I think the gentleman that had the idea for this appeared on that show. They really do a nice job here with the landscaping and stuff. Now it's quiet. There's no one out. Because this place, these restaurants here. Pour House is really neat, where you kind of pour your own beverage. Chicken Cone, and this is kind of a normal hangout we'd go to a lot, was Casual Pint. And then they got the outdoor seating, and you can walk around. They got the Dora Cups where you can walk around the whole city. It's a nice time to do a little ride because, like I said, there's not a lot of people out at all. But all along here, there's these nice, you have just unique specialty shops. Billy Yanks is a nice restaurant that we've been to. And all through here, there's just all kind of just unique little shops. Chubby Bunny Bakery. See, something coming soon. Packaged meals for at-home dining. Time saver. Oh, that's a pretty unique and clever idea. Yeah, that would probably go over well. Mortal Vibes. Vintage guitars, fine beverages, guitar, spirits, espresso. Interesting. I'm gonna have to check that out. That's kind of like right down my alley. The espresso, I should say. Yep, see all these little shops? Eventually, they're all gonna be full. And these are the studio apartments. Coffee shop over here. True West Coffee. Been in there. I'd like to go in one of these. But, you know, you'll have your balcony right. I mean, I'm literally right on the road here, and I'm probably 15 feet away from this balcony. So that's how close it is to the road. But I think it'd be pretty cool once this town gets a little build up and stuff, as it's already doing. That'd be nice to sit out here and just kind of, like New Orleans, right? You just sit out on your balcony and check out all the festivities. La Vida. My wife shops there a lot. La Vida. Just, you know, a little specialty boutique type place. Chicken and Decor. Chicken. I got food on my mind. You got Richard's Pizza. That place has been here for a long time, but they're still hanging in there. Mobile to go. Tax place. You always got to have a tax place somewhere. Salon for every human. Okay. Well, if I could look in here. The main circuit. This used to be an old video store. Some of you guys remember some of my older videos. No, can't really tell. I think it's going to be maybe a game room or something. tmcfun.com. Oh, now open for VR and axe. So apparently they got axe throwing here. Okay. And the virtual stuff. Nice. Pet grooming. Moon dogs. Vape. Smoking accessories. Clothing. That looks like a little specialty shop that looks pretty cool. You ever see, you remember Spencer's Gifts that was in malls? That's what that shop's kind of like. What's that say? Silkwood? Silk? Something tattoo. It's hard to understand what that word says. It's kind of like in script. Silk? Womb? I don't know. That's kind of hard, guys, to even know what that says, but that's okay. It's a tattoo shop, of course. And you got a Harley boutique. Debbie's Harley something boutique. And you got your corner Walgreens, right? Always on the corner, Walgreens. They're known for that. Off-center designs. Off-center designs, okay. Some clothing shop. This is a unique place. It's called Golden Glass. No, there you go. There's something I can read. Munchies, drinks. Okay, so this is like, I see 420. I know what that means. Vapes. Okay, so this is probably some CBD or Delta shop, I'm sure. Got to check that out. Laser Works. What is this? High Main Laser Works. So this is, yeah, this is some specialty, like customizing, like if you want to have a sign, so they do all this laser work. Customizing shop. That looks good. It's some type of custard or some type of drink shop. This is a studio. I think this is, it's called The Studio. And I think this is where you can book like a, you can book something where you can follow an instructor, like painting or something, and you can have wine and stuff like that. So that's really cool. Got to try that one time. I think it's art or something like painting. Printing Solutions. Didn't even know they had a place like that. That's cool. This is the urban backyard, they call it. So this is really neat. You have the AstroTurf out here, and so you have food trucks that pull up. They don't actually make, I think they serve alcohol here, but I don't think they prepare food because they just have different food trucks pull up. They might have one that permanently sits here, but back here you can have just different variety of food trucks that show up. Yeah, Hamilton's Urban Backyard. So this is fairly new. I think this has only been here about a year. And right there is the bar you can walk up to and get your drink. They even have an indoor area for seating. They got another bar up here, you can see, maybe. So you have indoor seating, outdoor seating. They always have a live band. So here's the other end of it. So there's seating throughout here. And there's the drink list. 17 neighborhoods of Hamilton. Oh, that's cool. They name their beers by their neighborhoods, it looks like. Huh, that's interesting. I never knew that. And I think this food truck stays put. I think it's where they house all their audio gear for their band, the bands that play here. Let's see that stage right there. That's where the band will play, right there. There's the True West Coffee. People that just come down here and walk, which is a good idea. You can park. There's a public parking right there. Hair lashes, brows, skin, Oliver's toy chest. Okay, cool. Here's Billy Yanks. This Billy Yanks takes up, oh, that's their bourbon bar here. So Billy Yanks has the main seating and dining, and then they got the bourbon bar, which is separate over here. I've been in there. I'm not a big bourbon drinker, but this is more of the restaurant area right here. Pet Wants. This is where you can get pet food, and you can get it delivered, apparently. That's nice. This looks like it may be vacant, so you still got some vacant ones here. I'm telling you, if you're a business entrepreneur, you want to hop on this. This is going to be a happening town. It already is. Another boutique, kind of like a custom shop for home items and things, it looks like. So here's, you got your free parking. Welcome to Main Street, free parking. And you can get to it from the street behind C Street. Petals and Wick. I can't remember what they do here. It might just be for home decor and stuff. Petals and Wicks. Or I think this may be where you can make your own like scented candles. I think they have, I think, I'm not 100% sure. Smoochies. Boba and great. Another food, like a dessert place. There used to be, yeah, right here. This was like a pet place where they had it was called Preferred Puppies. I think it's turned into something else now already, but the lady that ran that place passed away, and there went the business. But so that used to be where you can buy like pets and stuff, puppies and stuff. I don't know if they had kittens. Let's see, Clark's. Archie's. Arches. I always say Archie's. Arches Saloon. Oldest bar in town. This is a good read about history. I did a video on the arches. This is a railway arch that withstood the floods back in the day, early 1900s. And this bar has been here for a long time. Established 1899. Yeah. So that is pretty unique. But the arches is an interesting read too. Like I said, if you check out my video on the arches, that'll give you a better idea. Oh, before I forget, I wanted to see if anyone else has tried to mess with their handlebar on this or any other bike, because it felt like they were back too far. So I had to release these bolts here, these 4 eye bolts here. They're under these caps. There's like Allen wrench hex type bolt, and they are on there tight, let me tell you. So you need some leverage to get those off. But anyway, you can loosen these 4 bolts and you can position your handlebars kind of like forward or backwards. Then when you get them in the right spot, I had to do it, feel it for a few times to see what would be. And I think I really improved my hand posture on this, because to me it seemed like they were back kind of far, and it was like I found myself like my back starting to get sore after I rode for more than a half hour. So I moved them kind of up a little bit forward, and then I had to loosen these 2 bolts and position the brake levers accordingly. But all this is adjustable, and I really think that my back has not been really bothering me at all riding this. So I think it's hand position. So do that, mess around with it, and because everybody's different and they come set at the factory at a specific position, right? So can't really do much with the seat, but you can adjust the handlebars, and I think that really did help. Like I said, I have more of a natural position now on them. And in closing, I hope you liked a little tour of some of the private boutiques there in the city. And like I said, I got a few weeks coming up, might be about another month. I got a really special event that I'm going to cover. That'll be interesting. But until next time, thanks for riding along, and got to be plenty more to come. There goes the wife. Where is she going? Okay, bye. Going to Target. Knock yourself out.